Hello world, here is Biti and his magic glass reading. Here is the magic glass and I'm reading now the future of Bitcoin. What's going on for the next days, for the week and for the month and for the near future. So guys, we will take a look about Bitcoin here on this TA and not the Bitcoin TA for 15 minutes or for 1 hour or for 4 hours. No, we will like to see what's the next big thing with Bitcoin. Is it going to the moon or is it going to hell? We will check it now together. This is the daily chart for Bitcoin. Every candle is 1 day. The fresh and clean chart picture. First of all, we will check some things here. We will check here the candlesticks. This is a quick candlestick indicator, and this will show us what's going on momently. These are the daily candles, and you can see here a lot of symbols. And yes, here this one was a damn horrifying thing. It was the long upper shadow from a horror movie or something like this, like Halloween. This is a very bearish candle. The long upper shadow to indicate biodomination of the first part of a session. Candlesticks will present with long upper shadows as well as short lower shadows, consequently raising bidding prices. So this is a bearish thing for this one. Now we have this here. This was a candle 1 day before this long upper shadow, and this was the spinning top white. The white spinning tops are candlestick lines that are small, green bodied and possess shadows, upper and lower shadows, so sticks to the upside and sticks to the downside, that end up exceeding the length of candle bodies. They often signal indecision between buyer and seller. And yes, we can see it. We have candles with a long wick to the upside, also with a long wick to the downside, and that's an indecision candle. The next one was one with a lower upper shadow, a long upper shadow, and now also you can see it. We have candles with long wicks to the upside, long wicks to the downside, and that's meaning it's sideways going. It's not sure. It's not easy to predict where it should go. We can check some things now, guys. This is still the daily chart. For the next thing, we are going in the weekly chart. Every candle here is one. Every candle is 1 week, and now you can see we have on the weekly chart here. So a candle here, it is unnamed here, no name like this, LLS or so, but we can zoom in a little bit, and you can see it. This candle momently is the new candle what started, and this candle here, this had a long wick to the downside and a short wick to the upside. Normally this is a good sign. Normally this is a good sign for an upgoing Bitcoin. You can see it here also. I think it's named a hammer candle. Let me check something here on the magic glass. Let me check the hammer candle. Yeah, the hammer candle is another thing. The hammer candle is this one with a long wick to the downside and no wick or a little wick to the upside. It's not a typical hammer candle, but okay, we can say it's maybe like a hammer candle. And you can see it, a hammer candle is mostly a bullish thing. It's showing us a reversal of a trend. So if we are looking at this here, we saw this candle, and maybe on the most things is if we see a long wick to the downside, we see a trend reversal. So maybe we will see now a upgoing candle or a upgoing, yes, a upgoing weekly candle here. But for now, it's going down here a little bit. You can see it here, this red candle with the long wick to the downside. The next one was also a candle with a long wick to the downside, but the next candles, they were very bullish, and it goes to the upside. So that's the big thing to watch. Maybe we can check one thing. We can check the monthly candle and look at these candles, guys. Look at these extreme candles. Normally, if a candle has a long wick to the upside, a green one, it's a big sign for a downgoing Bitcoin. But you can see it here, a big candle, long wick to the upside, no downgoing Bitcoin. The next big candle, look at this wick. So it's very hard to read these wicks here momently. Let's turn off these things here And that's the clear trend. That's the clear view of the 1 month chart. Every candle is 1 month, and you can see it, guys. It's so hard to predict anything here for the direction. But we can check something for sure. The daily chart is here once again, and on the daily chart we are zooming out, and we can make our very nice thing here. We can make our, let me show you our curve. I have a video out there about this curve, about a parabolic curve, and this curve is going to the upside like this, and we can see it. This was the point here. We touched the candlestick here, and now this curve is going to the upside more and more and more. And this curve, it's not working really nice. Let me take it or draw it again. Let me show it what's going on here. Let me try this. Let me try this here. No, okay, it's better. It's better to draw the curve. Sorry, not like this here. It's better to draw the curve not from this point, from this point. From this point over this point to this point. That is our parabolic bull run momently. Something like this here. I'm not very fine with this curve here. But okay, that's our parabolic bull run. It's working. But the big thing is, guys, we never saw Bitcoin touching this parabolic curve here again. So we have a lot of space to the downside. We can't say this is a good support or something like this. We have another stuff. We have more stuff here. We have the Fibonacci. You know, guys, Fibonacci is always a very nice thing to predict the future. This was our high 2017. This was our highest point. From the start point, sorry, this is not the Fibonacci. This is the Fibonacci from the start point, from here to the lower side, like this. This was the deepest point here. This was the deepest point. So this is our Fibonacci, and you can see some things here. We have Fibonacci lines to the upside, and they are predicting us here some things. You can see it. We have maybe some targets. We have one target at 64,000. That's this Fibonacci line. I will make a symbol here, like this here. That's the 361% Fibonacci line, and we have the big target here for this bull run, maybe like this here. Let me show you 74,000. That's the big target. A lot of guys are talking about this target, and this is predicting us this Fibonacci. Okay, we can say we are in the big bull run. Okay, and these are two possible targets for the future. We have some things more. Let's turn on the MA. Let's check indicators. Let's check MA. Let's check moving average. So, and let's check the moving average. Some guys are using the moving average 20. Other guys are using the moving average 21. It's not so a big difference, but let's check it. Let's make the style now here orange and fat, and now we will check the MA20, and let's zoom in here a little bit more, and you can see this MA20 on the daily chart is working very, very nice as a support here on this bull trend. You can see it here. This line was always here spiked like this, or spiked here and spiked here. Here it breaks through. It broke through to the downside. It was a little downgoing Bitcoin here, but from here it's going up again, working as a support, spiked through. Now it's back again as a support. Now, momently on the daily chart, we have a support of this MA20. If we are writing MA21, let's check it. I think it's not a big difference. So it is. For us, it's not a big difference. It is working here as a big support line on the daily chart. In my opinion, as long as we are on the daily chart over this MA20 or 21, everything is fine, everything is bullish. That's my thing I'm watching. If we are going under this, I have the red alarm here on my desk. It's ringing red alarm, and this is a bearish sign. But for the moment we are over this. This is working as a support here. We can check this on the weekly also, and on the weekly, look at this here. how deep this MA is momently. This MA is on, look at this point, 35,000. So in this bull run, we really never spiked to this line or spiked under this line. This is the biggest support ever uh, in the weekly chat here, the weekly chart. So that's very, very important. 35,000 momently. If Bitcoin will come down here more and more and more, this MA will go more and more to the upside. That's for sure. But momently, it's on 35,000, and maybe we can draw the line here like this. I can show you. Maybe if Bitcoin will go down now, it's possible. It's not impossible to go down now. I will show you something here with the brush. We can start here with this MA. It's going to the upside like this and like this and like this. And Bitcoin will go down maybe like this and will touch this line here. So it's possible to see here 44,000. It's not impossible. It's not impossible for me to see now a retracement of Bitcoin, a downgoing Bitcoin. Why not? We have so amazing bull run. Look at this. It's unusual here. So that's the big thing. We see a big picture to the upside, 74,000. We see here some big other stuff here. This line is a very important line. Also 47,000. That's the 261% Fibonacci line. Also a very important line here, working as a support. So what's going on in the future? What can we say in the future, in the next week, and the next months? What can we predict? You see, it's not so easy, but we have some signs to the upside, 64, 74, to the downside, 74, or our MA20 line was coming from the downside. Also possible, our parabolic upgoing line here, it's also possible, but it is very deep momently, and it's not sure where we can reach this line here. Let me check one thing. Mostly these lines, I'm not so happy with this line. I will check it once again. Why this curve is not working perfect here. That's my curve. That's my curve. This was the deepest point. Sorry guys, not this one. This here was the deepest point, and from this point it's going to the upside with the curve, and now we have here this thing, and that's our parabolic curve. It's not a very big difference, but it's measuring better, a lot better here. So this is our big support momently. Okay, guys, that's it for the big picture now. We can check one thing here also. This is the weekly chart, and we can check the MACD. Let's check the indicator MACD like this here. And the MACD is still extreme bullish. Look at the blue line. On this bull run, the blue line never touched on the weekly chart, this brown line. So we have a lot of space here to the upside. Very nice. Let's check it on the daily chart. What's going on the daily chart? And on the daily chart, we had a bearish crossing. Interesting. We had a bearish crossing. Look at this. We have here two red candles. It's still possible to build more red candles here. So on the short term for the daily chart, it's not really short term, but for the next days, it's not impossible to see a downgoing Bitcoin here like this. One thing I would like to check here also is the five wave upgoing theory. The deepest point was this, then a point 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5. This was the fifth wave for the upgoing Elliott wave, and then we had a downgoing ABC correction from maybe one ABC, and now we had the 5 wave upgoing wave. And now on the daily chart, I have to draw it like this. That's the interesting thing. It's different. Let's check it here from the downgoing wave as a point 1, 2, and now it's very hard to say 3, 4, and maybe this is the point 5. It's still possible to see now the ABC correction on the daily chart here also. Let's check it. A downgoing wave like this here, that's the A, that's the B, and now in my opinion the C wave is always, the C point is always deeper as the A point. So in my opinion it's possible, and that would be very, very hard here to see a wave like this, a downgoing wave like this, maybe a touching of 47,000. Why not? Why not? It's possible. Very interesting things here for the next days or for the next week. It's hard to predict the future, but we can use some things. We can use the candlestick patterns. We can use MACD, EMA, and so on, Elliott wave theory, to show us the next direction. It's not impossible to reach 47,000 in my opinion. We can draw a parallel channel. That thing we can try from here to here and to the downside. And you can see this channel is the bearish channel. It's always red. And the middle line is holding here momently as support. The middle line is a support, but it's possible to break through here. This is so an important moment, guys. We have to watch this point here on the 1-day chart. This yellow MA20 or 21 point. I will show it on my live stream, Bitcoin Trading Informant, streaming live 24 hours, 7 days also, because this is a really important point. Now, if it's going down again, what's happening here? Will we cross under this? Will we spike under this? Or will this important MA21 line hold here for an up move more and maybe to next up move to the upside more and more and more? It's possible, but I think it's possible also we see a Z point on 47,000. In my opinion, not impossible. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to share with me this Wonder Glass, Biti's Magic Wonder Glass. Guy, one thing, please buy my t-shirt. I have a shop out there, my store, 11597347. This is the Biti Basic shirt. I will try to make a lot of other shirts with nice, very nice logos and things here. But you need this shirt for trading. This is guaranteeing you the ultimate brain power and future white glass magic Biti models. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I wish you the best of luck, and I wish you guys, you make millions out there. It doesn't matter if you're going long or if you're going short. Very important, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. Greetings out there. Yours BT, your Bitcoin Trading Informant. Bye bye.